Episode 5. The gang returns from another adventure, and this time, nobody had fun. Not even close. And Zubo, who didn't even go on the adventure, somehow makes Kane angry again.
No, I'll tear you to pieces!
And honestly, his anger is getting more disturbing. This isn't the first time we've seen Kane lose control, and every time it happens, it gets worse. Kane gathers everyone together and asks them a question. What kind of adventure do you guys actually want? And surprisingly, Zubo brings up the suggestion box. She admits that she actually enjoyed the restaurant adventure, which is shocking because Zubo never likes anything. Well, she was the only one that actually did well during that adventure, even though she got a bad score. Ragatha got completely messed up by the stupid sauce. Jax got re-educated. Pomni was talking to Gummy Goo, and Gangle, she was miserable. Which is ironic because in the real world, Gangle worked in fast food. Kane is genuinely surprised that Zubo liked one of the adventures, even if it wasn't his. But since everyone has different adventure ideas, he decides to do something different. A lightning round of adventures from the suggestion box. And the first one is one of Jax's ideas. A hunting game. Nobody likes it. The group votes against it, and somehow also votes to make Jax vegan against as well. And this is important, because this is now the third time a character's mind was altered. The first time was Pomni getting possessed by ghost spirits during the haunted house adventure. The second was Ragatha getting high off the stupid sauce, and now Jax becoming vegan. But here's the weird part. Kane claims he can't access or manipulate the humans' minds. But clearly, that's not true. The next adventure is President Pomni, another one of Jax's suggestions. Pomni's mission is as the president to disarm Jax and Gangle's bombs. And yeah, it goes horribly wrong. Then we move on to Gangle's suggestion, an anime slice of life world. Honestly, it's probably the most normal adventure idea we've seen so far, other than the restaurant. But before they can even try it, Jax blackmails Gangle into skipping it. Apparently he knows something really embarrassing about her. Maybe some spicy fan art, or worse. Either way, Gangle gives in instantly. Then comes the stargazing adventure. The calmest adventure so far. And weirdly, for the first time ever, Jax actually shows concern for somebody. Gangle. Which is strange because he was literally bullying her just moments earlier. Pomni even asks Jax if he has any friends, and Ragatha casually responds, "Not anymore." And the look on Jax's face. Pure, real anger. Ragatha immediately changes the subject after realizing what she had done. Because in this episode, we learned something huge. Jax once had a best friend named Ribbit, a previous circus member who abstracted. And every time Ribbit is mentioned or referenced, Jax completely loses his cool. But not as much as Kane, when he realizes the gang likes their adventure ideas more than his. That absolutely breaks him. He panics. His solution? Throw everyone into an intermission sequence. Honestly though, the poses do go hard, but during all those scenes, in one you can see Jax running by and stopping at Ribbit's old door. And I'm telling you right now, this is going to become really important later on in the story. After that, the gang enters another adventure, a bar scenario suggested by Zubo. Because apparently in the real world, Zubo used to work as both a bartender and a tattoo artist. And this is where we finally get some major background info about the humans trapped in the circus. Pomni is 25 years old. Before the circus, she worked as an accountant for a supermarket chain. Her hobby? Exploring abandoned buildings and posting videos online. Until one day, she explored the wrong building and somehow ended up trapped in the circus. Gangle worked in fast food, dropped out of college, failed becoming a graphic designer, and eventually gave up on art entirely. Ragatha came from a wealthy family with a huge farm, horses, chickens, and a toxic mother. She later worked in real estate before ending up in the circus. Kinger barely remembers anything, but we already know his wife was trapped there with him before she abstracted. And then there's Jax, who refuses to tell the truth about his past. Instead, he makes jokes on his origin story, referencing Breaking Bad. But after episode 8, maybe he wasn't joking at all. Also, he's terrified of corn for some reason. Anyway, before the group can even continue bonding, Kane gets bored and forcibly changes the adventure, even though the whole point was supposed to be letting the humans decide. The next adventure? A softball tournament, suggested by Ragatha. The Circus gang versus their evil counterpart, except Gangle. She doesn't even get an evil version. And Jax gets turned into a maid, because democracy, everyone voted for it. Their evil counterparts are really interesting. Evil Pomni is relaxed, confident, and honestly kinda cool. Even Jax likes her better. Evil Ragatha throws insults left, right, and center. Evil Jax is pink and nice, which regular Jax absolutely hates. Evil Kinger becomes some kind of dictator coach. Evil Gangle gets replaced entirely by Orbsman, and Evil Zubul is weird. This adventure starts causing real tensions in the group. Ragatha gets frustrated after failing to hit a home run, and eventually lashes out, because deep down, she's upset that she's failing to connect with Pomni, while Pomni keeps getting closer to Jax instead. At one point, Ragatha even warns Pomni not to trust him, calling Jax a bad influence, and honestly, that feels really out of character for Ragatha, which makes me think that she knows something about Jax and about Ribbit that we still don't know yet. Eventually, the adventure ends, and Kane proudly announces that his adventures are obviously better than everyone else's. The entire group disagrees, and by the end of the episode, everyone leaves in their own group, leaving Ragatha completely alone. Honestly, kinda sad. But then, in the background, hidden in the shadows, a mannequin NPC is watching them, just staring. And after episode 8, we finally know who that really was.